Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? It's your host with the most entertaining people like you from coast to coast, Wayman Mike, and we're back for another video. Stay tuned. In today's video, I'm here to guide you on the captivating journey of achieving those elusive 180 waves. Before we embark on this exciting expedition, I have a favor to ask. Could you spare me a moment to show your support by absolutely smashing the like button? It might seem like a small thing to you, but it means the world to me. Your support fuels my dedication. And after all, this is a wave community, and that's what it's all about. Fantastic. Can we hit a goal of 200 likes for this video? Now, let's venture deeper into the mesmerizing world of 180 waves. These waves possess an allure of their own, taking you away from the way that patterns are usually named for waves. You've surely heard of the famed 360 waves and the illustrious 720 waves. Yet, here you are on a mission to get 180 waves. Unlike 360 waves that flow on your head horizontally, or 720 waves that flow on your head vertically, 180 waves don't follow a specific pattern. 180 waves refers to the fact that the waves are on the top of your head, but not really on the sides or back. You're feeling eager to get those 180 waves, aren't you? Believe me, it's a journey that's both exhilarating and perhaps even easier than getting the other wave patterns. Primarily, these waves sit just on the top of your head. The crown is sometimes included, and the sides, it varies from person to person. It's really up to you. A smaller canvas to work on leads to quicker progress. And depending on your sleeping style, you might be able to go without a do-rag. However, do not disregard the potential of a do-rag. It can be a trusty ally for your waves, and a reliable companion is something we could all use. Now let's dive into the materials that you're gonna be needing. So let's start with the do-rag since I already have this on. A do-rag is pretty important when it comes to waves. Whether it's 180 waves, 360 waves, 540 waves, 720 waves, it really doesn't matter. You should be using a do-rag. You could, however, get them technically without a do-rag, especially since you're only getting the waves on the top anyway. When you lay in the bed and you put your head on the pillow, 9 times out of 10, the top of your head is not directly on the pillow. You're probably laying on your side, on either side, or you're laying on the back. But what are the odds of you like doing a full handstand in the bed? The only way that I can think of that your head would touch the top is if you have like multiple pillows stacked up in different directions. That's why I said you should just wear a do-rag, because you never know what's gonna happen while you're asleep. If you're looking for a do-rag, you can hit up the Wave Essentials and you can find a do-rag on their website. And next up is brushes. If you've been following me or subscribed to me, you know I always rock with these Smooth Styles brushes. You can get them from www.smoothstyles.com. I mean, just look at them. They're nice, high quality brushes. This one has like a little dent in it, but I mean, that's just to show you this is a wooden brush, really made of wood. It's got some nice quality bristles, and it's been holding up all this time. I've had it for like what, a year now. Some brushes start chipping and everything starts going wrong in maybe like a month. The only thing I would say is when you're using like a wooden brush like this that's painted, probably not the best brush for a washing style. If you don't know what the washing style is, don't worry, I'm making a video on it coming up very soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that video either. And finally, products. So I'll be completely honest, I use so many different types of products that it's really hard for me to pick just one. Not saying that in this video I specifically have to choose one, because obviously I can go on forever. If I wanted to, I could just make like a 3-hour-long video just showing every single product. But I mean, come on, are you gonna watch that? No, and I'm certainly not gonna record that. You know what I mean? Nah, but for real, I'll probably leave links to some products down below in the description, so make sure to keep an eye out for those. Cool? Is that all right with you? If that's all right with you, go leave a comment down below saying that's all right with me. Cool, because that's all right with me. 180 waves, and I do it delicately. I was trying to make a rap, but I don't even know if that's a word, so never mind. Anyway, speaking of brushes, let me drop some wisdom. As you brush your hair, bear in mind that angles are power even for 180 waves. Brush perpendicular to the intended direction of your wave pattern. So avoid the temptation to brush in different directions for each different stroke. Consistency is your defense against forks. And if you don't know what forks are, don't worry, I've got a video coming up on those as well. Remember, your waves are your artistic masterpiece, with each stroke contributing to the canvas of your waves on your head. Now that's deep. The potency of consistency and persistency should not be underestimated. And remember, if you don't know what forks are, then don't worry. There's a video explaining them coming soon enough. Here's the secret to maintaining the progress you achieve. The do-rag, the do-rag, the do-rag, the do-rag. Once you've meticulously brushed, don't underestimate the magic of doming your do-rag. This step seals the deal by training your hair to conform to the crafted pattern. Also, let's not forget about the haircut. You want to have the right haircut for waves, the same way you have, like, you wouldn't wear a suit with sneakers, you know what I mean? I mean, you could, it just doesn't look right though. But I know people who do it. Don't be that guy. That's not the point though. Hold on, let's not get off topic. With 180 waves, it's best to have some type of fade. Why would you get a Caesar haircut and then only get waves on the top? You know what I'm saying? Why would you have your hair even all the way around and then only have a certain hairstyle on one part of your head? Why not just cut down the sides and the back, leave hair on the top, and get the waves on that hair that's remaining? I'm asking this as questions, but basically I'm telling you this. The best haircut for 180 waves is like a low fade. Also, let me share a bonus tip. Invest in a high quality brush. I speak from experience when I say it makes a world of difference. And my friends at Smooth Styles have you covered. And here's the cherry on top. You can snag a brush just like this or this using my elusive discount code that gives you 30% off. Explore their offerings at www.smoothstyles.com. Remember, your tools are integral resources in this wave making journey. All right, let's wrap this up. If you're sensing an undying will to dive into the world of 180 waves, always remember that consistency and dedication are your friends to the end. Patience is so important in getting a hairstyle like 180 waves. Although I can say it probably is going to be twice as fast as getting 360 waves. And if you're thinking about 720 waves, forget about it. It's going to take so much longer especially than 180 waves. Before I let you guys go, hold on. Give me a second. My waves look kind of crusty right now, but let me give you a quick little visual demonstration of how to brush at least the top of your head. And I'm not really brushing this in my wave pattern right now. I know I said earlier in the video that you shouldn't be brushing in different directions, but I'm doing this just to show you guys. Man, I really need a haircut right now, but that's besides the point. So start from the back right here. This part that, oh, I almost dropped my camera. This part that everybody always says is like a bald spot or something. Right here. Start back there and move forward towards the hairline. You really don't need to do it on the sides. Not for 180 waves at least, but you could if you want to. The back really doesn't need any brushing for 180 waves. So let me show you from the front view first. Brushing straight forward, just like this. Got it? This is what it looks like from the right side. Just like that. From the left side, okay. And then let me just try this angle too. Like this. You get the picture? I kind of just sacrificed my waves for you, because that definitely wasn't my pattern. If you can see, my waves kind of like slant to the side. I normally brush my hair like this, but in this video, I was just brushing it like this. I know it doesn't look like that big of a difference, but for waves, trust me, it makes a difference. Like I said, I'm gonna be telling you all about that in a future video when I talk about forks. But anyway, thank you for tuning into this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you learned something too. I try to make 5-star videos and 5-star tutorials for you to come back and always watch my 5-star, or really I guess this is 10-star content. You heard it here first. Listen, I'm Wave Man Mike, your captain of waves. This is the aquarium. Every time you come back to my videos, you're joining me in the aquarium. So subscribe right now so you can fully dive in and fully commit to your waves. You subscribing is a commitment to wanting to better your waves. Got it? Good. Now that we got that understood, now that we know that it's good in the hood, now that you did what you never could, you gave it a try because you knew that you should. Asking about the video's good. Anyway, you hear the bars? Nah, I'm joking. Anyway, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you for dropping by. I'm Wave Man Mike. Subscribe, comment, and like. Enjoy your day.